Beautiful day. Thank you for joining me for our warrior flow with a focus on bringing our love into our own divine self and the divine that we worship, the divine God of our understanding, whatever name we call that which is beyond all name, that which is our source, our creator, that which sustains our existence. And so let's begin our practice. Bent. Centering yourself, closing your eyes, and diving your attention inward into your heart, where that sacred self abides, and where you connect with that which sustains you, that source of your existence. And feeling the earth supporting the body, holding you, supporting you fully on this planet, in this spot that you sit at this moment in time. Beginning to breathe into the lower belly as we trigger that parasympathetic nervous system and the relaxation response. Diving into that deep inner sanctuary of your heart, that sacred space within you, where the self abides, one with its creator and divine source. And taking this moment to set an intention into your consciousness. Maybe some words, maybe an image, maybe a symbol. Let it represent that which you want to manifest, your greatest desire at this time. And setting in as this or better, knowing that your version, your vision, how you see it, may not be the highest. There may be a version that you don't even know of right now that is even more wonderful, more expansive, giving you all the same joy and peace and love that you truly desire. So set that intention now into your beautiful crystal clear pool of your mind, infinitely deep, glass smooth and calm. Feeling the joy, feeling the love, feeling the peace you feel as that intention is manifest. Taking a nice deep breath in the belly. Let's do a couple 3-part yogic breaths. So you can open your eyes now, come back a little bit. We're going to do a little breath and then move our body into warrior Virabhadrasana flow. Inhaling into the belly, the ribs, and the chest. Feeling the entire front cavity. Pausing it a moment at the top of the breath and then letting it all go. And again, as we inhale, engage those bandhas. Inhaling into the belly, the ribs, the chest. Pausing at the top and exhale. And a few more breaths on your own at your own pace. If you're not sure what the bandhas are, if that's new to you, those are energy seals, energy locks that locks in the prana as we bring that prana in through the breath. Inside our body, into all the cells, bringing in the oxygen, the life force, the prana. We're going to engage 3 seals to seal in and lock in all that prana. Continuing to breathe at your own pace. The first bandha is the Mula Bandha. It's the pelvic floor, and that we're going to engage gently and kindly, and we're going to lift it up. Next is the Udianabanda. We bring the belly in and up, and it's just a gentle engagement, and it's as we bring it up, it comes up above the navel, and then we engage so we can breathe below the belly and still keep this just gently engaged. Jarandala Bandha, our third bandha, is the chin comes in a little bit, and the tongue is on the roof of the mouth. All 3 are Mala Bandha. So as we do this 3-part yogic breath, bringing in the prana and the life force into our body. We engage those bandhas simultaneously, so we lock that energy in for the highest vitality for our physical being. A couple more breaths. Fully present. One more breath. Present and mindful of all sensations in and around you. Beautiful job. And let's come up to a standing position into a warrior flow, but we're just going to kind of shake the body out a little bit. Shake it out. Some twists. Beautiful. And let's bring those feet into a nice wide stance. Feet are facing forward. Might be a little tiny coming out. Just relaxed and natural. And we're going to take this front leg. It's my right leg here. And we're going to point it 90 degrees to the front of the mat. Back foot is going to come 30 to 45 degrees. We're setting our foundation. We like to set that first, just like a house. So we do that in the yoga pose. And so our feet are set. The front heel is either coming through the front arch, the back arch, or the heels are aligned. And now that we've set the foundation, let's move into alignment. We're going to bring that knee so it's right over the ankle. Dirt on the ankle. And then planting. And I love plants and flowers. I'm always digging in the dirt. Arms out to the sides. And make sure that back one is about as high as the front. And we re-engage that knee. And then turn the head to gaze over the front, the right fingertips. Engaging those bandhas. And let's breathe into the belly. Fully present as we bring that love into our own heart. Bring the love to our divine. That love and devotion. And one more breath. And on your exhale, dropping the back hand to the back leg, reaching that front arm up into our reversed warrior. So we're in Viparita Virabhadrasana. Feel that line of energy from the heart out the extended fingertips, reaching up and bringing that love and those praises to the divine, the God of our understanding, that which sustains our awareness in this body. And breathe, engage the bandhas, and bring in the palm. Inhaling, reaching up. And exhaling, we're going to bring those hands to gently rest on the front leg. Back arm comes up alongside the body in side angle. Our Utthita Parvakanasana. Engage those bandhas and let's breathe the line of energies from the back foot along the side body out the extended fingertips. Engaging the bandhas and breathe. Deep breath, reaching the fingertips up, and as you exhale, we're going to straighten that front leg, and we're going to come down to either the floor or a block, whichever works for you. Arms are open, shoulders are stacked, legs are straight with just a micro bend. We don't want to lock them. Engage the bandhas and breathe. Body's in one plane. Bring that love into the divine within. The divine of your understanding. Nice deep inhale, reaching those fingertips up towards the sky. And exhaling those hands down. And bringing a hand to either side of the front foot. You can use your blocks. Taking that back foot 90 degrees, we're going to set that foundation. Bring the back heel towards the floor. Rooting this left hand into the mat right by the ankle, the front foot, and twisting away from me as you bring the right arm up into revolved Trikonasana. And engage those bandhas and breathe. Bringing the love into the self, divine oneness. Inhale, reaching up, and then exhale, bringing that hand down, and we're going to move right into our Uparisanasana. This is our pyramid. Exhaling and bringing the head down to the front leg. Engaging those bandhas, and let's breathe. Let's bow to the divine within, the divine that sustains us, our creator, our source. Beautiful. And coming up, we're going to move into Virabhadrasana 1. We're going to bring the knee back over the ankle. The back foot's going to come 30 to 45 degrees. You can engage those thighs coming together. Micro bend in the back leg and coming all the way up. And if it's better for you to stay down, you can do that. You can also drop a knee, go into a low Virabhadrasana 1. I'm going to check my alignment, get my knee back over the ankle, drop the shoulders down, square those hips. That left leg is behind, so moving that left hip forward a little. Let's engage the bandhas and breathe as we bask in that divine love. Inhaling, reaching those hands up, and exhaling. Let's exhaling, go forward. Coming forward, we're going to move into a 5-pointed star. Engaging those bandhas, feeling those 5 lines of energy down both legs and out the feet, out both arms and out the hands, and out the crown of the head. Let's engage the bandhas and breathe. Line of energies from the solar plexus up the core of the body, out the fingertips, out the legs, and out the crown. And all 5 lines simultaneous. And on the next exhale, just bringing the hands to the hips. So let's bring the heels in a little bit. So the feet are pointing out to the corners of the mat. I call them froggy feet. And we're going to move into a squat. We're going to move into goddess. So bending those knees, bending them so they go right over the feet. Beautiful. And bring the arms up, palms facing forward, engaging those bandhas. And let's bring in the prana as we bask in divine love. Divine love. Basking in it as we give and receive that love to our divine self and the God of our understanding. And breathe. Energy is coming from the heart out the palms of the hands. So you can give them out or to yourself. And on the next inhale, coming up. Bring the hands back to the hips. And we're going to go into a nice wide leg forward fold. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stick that tailbone out. And we're going to begin to hinge at the hips. And the head and the chest are going to be the last to go down. So we're going to hinge at the hips. The only thing that's moving is my hips. And when I find that edge, then I'm going to very gently allow the spine to round. And last but not least comes the head. You can bring your hands down to a block or the earth. And taking a few breaths here, going in, basking in that divine love, drawing it in towards your own self and your own source. Release and relaxing the head. And then if you like, let's go over to one side. Take a few breaths here. Feeling that nice stretch, fully present. Continuing to bask in that love, that divine love. Telling your heart how much you love yourself. Saying I love you to your own heart, to your divine, the God of your understanding. And coming over to the other leg. Taking a few breaths here, continuing to bask and bring that love into your own heart and the heart of your divine. And then coming back to center. Beautiful job. And we're going to lift the head up first. Now we're going to lift the head first. This is to protect that lower back. From the hands to the hips and then hinging up. Beautiful job. We're going to go to the other side. So we're going to take that back foot and bring it 30 to 40 degrees. Some people like it parallel to the back of the mat. Find what works best for your body. Taking that front foot so it's pointing 90 degrees towards the front of the mat. That's pointing straight at it. Bending that front knee over the front ankle. Engage that back calf a little bit. Hips are facing me. So we are Virabhadrasana 2. Hips are open and facing. Arms are out to the sides. And then turn the head without hinging the body forward. We're going to turn the head, gaze out over those front fingertips. Engage those bandhas and breathe and bask in that divine love that immerses every aspect of your being, every cell, every moment, every breath. More deep breath in and exhale that back hand to the back leg, front arm up, opening up the heart. We're in Viparita Virabhadrasana, reversed warrior. Opening the heart, the line of energies from the heart, the extended fingertips, and let's engage those bandhas and breathe in divine love. Inhale, reaching up one last time. And on your exhale, swooping that arm to very gently rest on the front thigh. And the back arm comes up alongside the body. Line of energies from the back foot up alongside the body, out the extended fingertips. Beautiful job. Engage those bandhas and breathe. Breathe in divine love. Let it bask and heal and love and nourish your own being. And let that devotion go towards the God of your understanding. More deep breath, extending those fingertips up. Exhale, straightening that front leg. We're going to come down to either your block or the earth in our Trikonasana. Shoulders are stacked. Legs are straight but not locked. Engage those bandhas and breathe in the divine love. Breathing it in towards yourself, your divine. Next inhale, reaching up even higher. And on your exhale, bringing a hand on either side of the front foot, adjusting that back foot so it's 90 degrees like the front, parallel like railroad tracks. We are going to take the right hand and root it into the block or the mat. You're going to twist away from me as you raise that right arm up, that left arm up. Engaging those bandhas, breathing in that divine love. One more deep breath, reaching up and exhaling that hand down. Hand on either side of the front foot and relaxing the head and the chest down into your pyramid. Diving into the inner sanctuary of your heart, basking in that divine love. Beautiful job. And lifting the head and lifting the heart. Move into Virabhadrasana 1. And we're going to take that back foot to 30 to 45 degrees. Bring that knee back over the front ankle, front knee over the front ankle. Engaging those thighs together as you hinge up. Squaring those hips. My right leg's back, so I'm going to bring that right hip up. Adjusting that knee back over the ankle. Bring the arms up. Relaxing the shoulders down, away from the ears. Engage those bandhas and breathe. Breathe into that infinite space. That infinite love for yourself and the source that created you and sustained you. More deep breath, reaching the arms up, and exhale, facing forward. Beautiful job. We're going to bring those feet together. Let's shake out a little bit. Beautiful warrior flow. Some twists. More and more comfortable in our bodies. More and more sacred embodiment. As we practice our yoga every day, a little bit more embodied, a little more empowered in our bodies. So we're going to go down to the floor and we're just going to do a couple poses and then move into our Savasana. So let's clasp the hands behind us and we're going to hinge forward, hinging at the hips. Allow the head to drop down, the arms to come up, and resting in this place of where the heart is the highest organ. So we're honoring this beautiful heart. Engage those bandhas and breathe. Inhaling, reaching those hands up. Exhaling the hands down onto the mat. And let's come all the way down onto our backs. Let's do a little reverse pigeon. Bring in the right ankle to rest on the left leg. And we're going to, the left knee is up, left foot's flat on the floor. We're going to lift that foot off the mat, bring that left knee up towards us, clasping the hands behind the hamstring and gently pulling the leg in. Feeling a nice opening on the right hip, engaging those bandhas. And let's bask in that sacred sanctuary of our own heart. Pull that leg in a little bit more if you can. Playing just that edge, never forcing. Always resting on about a 7 in effort. Always stay in the feel so good in yoga. So if you ever feel pain, you release out of the pose immediately. Releasing that leg and bringing the left foot down. Let's take the right foot on the mat. Right knee is up. And resting that left ankle on the right knee. Lifting the right foot up, bringing the right leg towards the body, clasping the hands behind the right hamstring. And let's pull that leg in towards the body. Feeling that beautiful opening now in the left hip. Find your edge. Resting here as you engage the bandhas and breathe. And on the next exhale, releasing the leg down. Beautiful job. And we're going to bring the legs out. We're going to move into a nice supine spinal twist. So I'm going to take the right foot on the mat, right knee is up, and move up about an inch onto that left side, just to keep that spine neutral. Bringing that right leg over to the left hand guiding the right leg, finding your edge, extending those right arm and fingertips out 90 degrees, and turn the head to gaze out over the fingertips. And breathe. Basking in your heart, basking in that divine love of your source, that which you worship. And one more breath here. And releasing the leg. Coming back to center, let's switch legs. So we're going to bring the right leg out straight. The left knee is bent, left foot on the mat, coming up an inch onto the right side. Bringing the left knee over to the right hand guiding the left knee, extending the left hand out 90 degrees and turning the head to gaze out over those left fingertips. Engaging those bandhas, bringing the prana, the life force, the breath, and basking in the divine, sacred chambers of your heart. And releasing the knee. Beautiful job. Coming back to center. And we're going to bring those knees into the chest and roll around just a little bit. We're going to move into a baby, so we're going to spread open those knees so they're out by the armpits. Bring those feet so they're facing, soles of the feet are facing the sky. Bring your hands out to the edges of your feet and a gentle pull of the knees. Bringing the feet in towards the body. Opening up the hips, finding your edge, engaging your bandhas, and breathe. Bring in the prana. Bask in the love, the infinite divine love that immerses everything within and without, within your being, ever present, available. And releasing that and just kicking around in your happy baby. Making any last movements you may need, or maybe a last posture you want to do. Stretch. This is the time. And coming, we'll move into our releases. Knees are up, feet are flat on the mat. And the first release is Kula. So our back and our sacrum is resting on the earth. Nothing moves up off the earth. Sacrum is flat on the earth as we swivel those hips. So my left hip is coming up towards my left armpit. My right hip is dropping down towards my knee, my heels. And I'm going to do the opposite on the other side. Same on the other side. My right hip is coming up towards the armpit. My left hip is going down towards those heels. And continuing to swivel back and forth on each side in a slow, repetitive movements. Feeling that nice stretch. All the sensation. Basking in love. And coming back to neutral, we're going to move into hip pointers. So my right hip is rooted into the earth. I'm going to lift that left hip up and point it towards the sky. And I'll rest that down. Engage that left hip into the earth, rooted, and I'm going to lift the right hip and the right buttocks and lift up and point up towards the sky diagonally. Just going back and forth on either side, basking in the nectar, basking in divine love, pouring that into your own heart, pouring that into the heart of your divine, and breathe. Gauge those bandhas and breathe. And coming back to center. And let's move into cat-cow. Move into cat as you press the lumbar, the small of the back into the earth, tailbone tucks under. And moving into cow as you arch that back up off the earth, tailbone sticks out. Extension of the spine. Moving from extension to flexion. Slow repetitive movements, basking in your own self-love. Your own love for your divine. Feel all that love coming back to you, filling and overflowing with love. Keep the breath flowing, fully present to sensation. And coming back to center. Move into single knee drop as we bring those feet out to the outer edges of the mat. Knees are still up. And we're going to drop one knee at a time into the center, finding your gentle edge. Engaging those bandhas and breathe. Slow, repetitive movements, fully present. Basking in the divine nectar, the divine love. Bringing all that love in towards yourself, into the God of your understanding. Finishing up this last one. And coming back to center. Knees are still up. You're just going to bring those feet back together and flop those knees over to one side. Lift the top knee and start bringing over to the other side. Bottom knee comes up and over. Top knee comes up. Bottom knee and leg follows. And back and forth on either side. basking in divine love. And beginning to finish up. Coming back to center, bringing those knees into the chest. One final release of the lower back. We're moving into Savasana, so you can either bring your legs up the wall or you can lay in a traditional Savasana pose. Thinking I'm feeling bringing my legs up the wall today. And taking this time, settling into the floor, allowing the body to completely relax and sink deeply, be completely received by the support and the loving embrace of the earth. As you allow your mind to bask into silence, silent stillness, seeing that pool of your consciousness, your mind, glass smooth, crystal clear, infinitely deep. And resting in Savasana, allowing the entire practice to integrate on all levels of your being, all layers of your being. Resting in your own heart. And I'll bring you back in a few moments. Beginning to take a few deep breaths into the belly. Begin to come back. Wiggling the fingers and the toes. Stretching out the body. And rolling over to one side or the other and taking a nice deep breath here. And coming up to a seated position. Taking this moment to scan the inner being. Become fully present to the heart. Bringing yourself back to that intention that you set at the beginning of practice and basking in the fruits, the love, the peace, the joy, manifestations that intention brings for you in your life. And setting that intention, this or better. And so it is. And we'll close with a namaste. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, of truth, of peace, and of light. When I am in that place in me, and you are in that place in you, we are one. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for Ecstatic Yoga with the Virabhadrasana Warrior Flow. I'm Grace. Please check out our website. Please love this video or like this video. And check out our website, EcstaticYoga.Studio, for more information on our yoga retreats and our yoga teacher trainings. Wishing you a beautiful and blessed day.